Don't know what caused that, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. Alright, here's the thread, and there's way too many ads. Can I install uBlock Origin or something? Maybe not now, but okay. Just shove it on the desktop, or what's happening? How is it represented? It is an offset. Maybe I can attempt to squeeze out 10 more megahertz anyway. Let's give that a go. Cheers. That's a good point. All right, RX 480, tech power up. Strix. We're at stage 6 and it's still running. That's nice. No, not the Strix. That's the one. Now it's suggesting to go to a closer look. IR 3567. Okay. What do I do with that information? Not supported by RBVY then. Okay, next port of call would be something like Sapphire Tricks. Usually I've had really bad experiences with Tricks, but considering how new this card is, I'm a bit more hopeful. Fuck, is this actually what Tricks now looks like? Tricks 7? Holy shit. Tricks 7. That's yeah, that's kind of awful. Um, well, I already look like a dick with my headphones on, but I look like even more of a dick with my sugar-free Coke. Go ahead, make fun of me. The FPS is squarely in the 280 sort of region, so I'm hopeful. I'm gonna go down a little bit more on the chiller actually. It was a hot day and it still is a hot day. So the chillers are working extra hard. Okay, so what's our end frame? Almost 280 end frame. Okay, this is gonna be a good run if it finishes. Sometimes Heaven is notorious for just crashing just right at the end there, but it didn't. So that's nice. That's a nice improvement of about 40. I'm happy with that. If I can get another 100 megahertz out of the CPU, that would be fantastic, but it seems to be sort of temperature limited. Okay, let's make this a pretty one. I really like the Team Cup background, by the way. Next will be Vanilla Coke. I'm not that bad yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if I stoop to that level. Let's put it this way. All right. MSI. How am I gonna fit this fucking thing in? Okay, let's go like this. There we go. Overclocking is so easy, isn't it? Do we want to go for voltage control first or for more oomph on the CPU? I tried with 8 cores as well out of curiosity actually. That didn't apply, did it? It didn't make a difference. Hello? There we go. We could BCLK it a little bit as well, but this might not even run. Let's see. I called it. Oh. Blue screen. Alright, we can BCLK it up a little bit. No harm in that. That was weird. Yeah, let's go for BCLK first, and then we can try a bit more core as well. Once the chiller is fully down. Let's go 125. Baby steps. Sometimes the encore doesn't apply, like right now. So then you've got to wiggle around the sliders a little bit like this. And it still doesn't apply. Well, that's kind of fucked. That's more like it. Now we just need afterburner. So the GPU is showing 10 now, even though my chillers are set to 12. And they'll roam between 11 and 13. That's how the thermostat works. So how are things down in your part of the country, Ginger? Yeah, so the blue screen was unfortunate. I am getting, and it was caused by the audio interface, which is the connection between the mic and the PC. But I'm replacing that soon, very soon. Hopefully on Sunday. I'm bidding on an auction. I'm getting a bigger one with more inputs. And one of the issues, oh, it's raining in Adelaide. All right. One of the issues with the current one I have is it's USB powered, so it's always a bit dodgy because main boards aren't the best supply of power, especially when you're trying to amplify an audio signal. So next one I'm getting will just be wall powered, but I am running out of electricity, which is insane to think about. Which is absolutely insane to think about. So I'm trying to, let's see. I think it was an 8-way. Yeah, I basically have two of these things. Well, it gets the point across. I basically have two of these in two separate sockets with a little bit of USB power on the side, and so I have 16 sockets plus USB for smaller stuff, and I'm running out of space anyway. So you can count them up, right? A laptop, a rig, a second PSU for the pump, 2 chillers, 3 screens. That's eight power plugs already. A desk light, soon an audio interface, and sometimes I have to run a spare PSU as well. Oh, a streaming rig. So we're at 11 already. A file server. I should probably try and find another place to put the file server, but I don't really have one. What's up with this weird yeah, I don't know, this weird sort of artifacting in the FPS field there. C19. Let's finish this run. 150 liters. How many concurrent rigs are you going to run roughly? 2 or 3? I'm getting 100 liters next week, so it's not gonna all go towards Team Cup probably, but it'll be maybe half or 2/3 for Team Cup. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I can still see the FPS through the weird colors though. 276, 277. hope to see above 280. So ground, what's the number one thing? 2122. That's not great, is it? Yeah, it's slower than the 2130 run. Okay, we've got to start. A lot of the time when you start using BCLK, it sort of ends up being slightly sort of counterproductive kind of thing. Let's just go for 1450 and go back down to base BCLK basically. Just a quick render test. I don't expect any issues. 44 under load is still too much. I should probably repaste. So I think Noxonite recommended me GD 900. So that's on the CPU right now, and I'm seeing 60 under load. I was seeing 70 under load on HY 509 or whatever it's called. But okay, let's have a look at this power this power thing that you've posted. 60 Aussie dollars, okay. 3,600 watt 12 outlet power distribution unit. 12 outlets isn't enough. I don't need more amps or watts. I need more just physical outlets. 15 amp load, that's nothing. All right. Okay, so Bullant, who's a Western Australian venture, put up this is my little spreadsheet sort of thing for the GTX 780 Ti, where I have a kingpin. I have an alive kingpin and I have a dead kingpin. The alive kingpin did where's GPU Pi? GPU Pi 1B. At 1600, it's nothing to write home about. But anyway, I think that 03 is doable. So all the 03 results are on XP, but if you look at this, I mean, so Bullant on Ambient with only 1300 core was able to squeeze out a 1.9k nature. So I reckon that at this point, the GTX 700 series, even for 03, is better in Windows 7. I just think that at the time people just weren't aware really. So I'm going to attempt this gold on cold, maybe even just CPU cold, to be honest. I mean, these GPU clocks, an 1800 megahertz GPU core on this card is insane, but it's on Haswell, so obviously I'd be able to run on Coffee. I'll be able to run 6.9 or so I'd get a better GT1. I'd probably get about a 2.9k GT1, and we have a scene 15 crash or so. That's a bit disappointing. I think it's time to try and get more voltage control. Just need a copy of file over. Yeah, but I think this is a good card to run. Tricks 7.0. I never like the major releases for this kind of stuff because they usually end up making stuff worse. Yep. Oh, so now Trix requires a Sapphire graphics card. What a load of bullshit. 78 outlets. That's probably more than I need. Okay, so tricks won't do the job. Tricks won't do the trick. But that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably have to go onto O1 now, but that's okay. O1 is the bench of kings, really. I think you have to install using an administrator. Let's try that again. Oh, here we go. Just in case I want to run the first edition, however unlikely. Okay, let's does it really want us to reduce desktop res? Bit depth, I mean. Okay, let's try. I've never done this before. At least it doesn't look like shit, so. Okay, let's run a non-administrator. Just give it a quick reboot. Because the 3 Mark 11 or 01 gold on this card is pretty low, so I can always run 05 or something if I'm stuck. Oh, maybe. I'm already on 2009 though, so. Ah, come on, open. Open sesame. Let's copy it across first and then. There's no XP drivers for this card, so. Unless I want to run on Windows 10, which isn't allowed, I don't think. Well, it is. No, it isn't. For 01, it isn't. just in case resolution has anything to do with it. Don't you have to use compatibility mode? Yeah, there was something to it. But I'll try setting back the date as well. Can't hurt. How far back? Let's go to the year 2000. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, computers did blow up. Let's give 05 a go. Display dropouts, of course. So, hi Palzin. How are you doing? Trying to remember if I disabled anything on this OS to make it harder to. You're waking up, okay. Fair enough. Sounds like you had a long night last night. I've got a few new toys to play around with today. Ten polygons. Come on, this is 05. This is a pretty new benchmark. Oh, I don't actually have an 05 result in. What would be a good thing to aim for? So 12, that's all on cold. Can't go for that. max maybe. Yeah, let's try and hit max. I doubt we'll get there, but let's try it. I could also DDU. Yeah, Max Beach is a really good bencher. Okay, so I hardly ever go into this ranking, but here's the hardware points ranking, which is an indication. Sorry, the hardware masters ranking, which is an indication of. Let's scroll to start. Indication of how much sort of overall benching you've done, because it just keeps on adding up points. It doesn't cut off at a certain point, and the big benchers in this are Alibaba, Popa, and 12. League is a little bit. I mean, basically, nobody's ever going to catch up with Alibaba. That's just. I think that might be a group of people or something, which is allowed according to Hyrobot rules. But Popa, I have bought stuff from, and he's just a crazy 3D bencher. If you look at the points breakdown here, 21,000 3D points. Just as a reminder that most points you can ever get, hardware points, in one 3D bench is 67. That's a first place on a popular card for 3D Mark 03. So divide that by 67, that's a lot of, and of course it's not all 67s, but you know, just for the sake of argument, this guy, in order to be able to get that many points in the fewest number of 67 point runs, yeah, he would have to bench 326 cards, all in 3D Mark 03. Now, if you take a slightly more realistic scenario and say, okay, what if it's all 05 and 06 runs? So that's, you can do that, get 2 of those per card. Let's say it's 05, 02, 06, and 03 runs. So that's a 67, a 54, and another 54. So 175 points per card. Sounds reasonable, right? Let's divide that through again. That's still 125 cards where you hold 3 massive goals. This is just borderline insane. But anyway, so Max has a 61k run. I have a 48k. Well, obviously I need to up my CPU, but let's save this because it's quite higher on the cards. I'm surprised that passed, to be honest. Okay, so that's an 05 run. Let's just go a little bit insane on GPU memory and try and make it crash. What's reasonable? This sort of thing is something that cards have done. It's just quite unlikely, let's put it this way. This will probably crash at the very latest in GT2. So this is a learning moment, because anytime you get a color screen like this, green screen, yellow screen, whatever, that is very, very likely to be GPU memory related. So let's just knock it down 25 megahertz at a time until we actually get to see the run start. So what I'm hearing is anytime my chillers start going again, I hear a crackle. So it may be worth my while putting chillers on a different circuit to my audio or to my streaming rig. VGA, HDD. Ooh. Oh, here we go. So I'm already glad I'm wearing the headset tonight. It's giving me some insight. Okay, so same as we had before. O5 full run is what we want, and we said 2350. Let's go 2325 and see if we get a run. And this would be it's O5, right? So yeah, whatever. This is quite a small card, small TDP card, 100 watt TDP. I'm not happy with that 46 low temp. I need to repaste the card. Not today, but okay. The run started. Oh, it's like starting to drop out. GT2 in this bench is actually a heavier bench than, or heavier GT than GT1. So a lot of the time when you have a card on the edge, it would fail in GT2. So yeah. All right. I'm surprised it's running. This is over 2300 memory. It's kind of insane. Ability to do the PCP breakdown on this card. Maybe I should link it. I mean, literally this exact card, so there we go. Oops. I wish there was some sort of preview function in Twitch chat which told you, you know, the title of the YouTube clip or whatever. So what are we running now? 05. So a lot of people are running very low GPU memory actually. What's max running? 22, 26. I mean, if it passes it. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, so a GT2 crash, which is fair enough. That's what I was expecting. Let's reboot the system. By the way, it is September. Let's pause that. So if anyone has any interest in subbing, it's 50% off tier 1 subs until the 24th, so it's only a couple of days left. Bonus bits, whatever, I don't really care, but yeah, if you're intending to sub anyway, do it now, next couple of days. By the way, 2,000 views coming up. Not really a big milestone, but it's kind of funny. I still can't really grasp the concept of 2,000 people all watching my stream. Well, not simultaneously, but over the course of time, over the course of a year and a half or so. Yeah, I'm gonna unplug one of my chillers, the one that's on the same circuit as my streaming rig. This is annoying me, this crackle. Should be gone. Come on, GPU Z. You can do better than that. Okay, let's try 2310. Not much goodness on the TV. Well, the Rugby World Cup is starting on Sunday, so there's one thing. So going back to the hardware rankings, right? I was talking about Popa. He's retired. I think Alibaba still does stuff. So I just want to see submissions. Come on. Bench is still running. Okay, GT2 started. This is where I expect issues. The hell? This feed is completely broken. But you can see here that there's been some submissions in 2019, whereas Popa has been unfortunately retired for quite a few years now. He only recently sold off his graphics card collection, so most of it to me. This was April 2019, but it was an old run, I think. Yeah. Okay, but 12 is very much is a phase cooling machine. He does lots and lots of cascade and single stage work. Okay, we made it all the way to Canyons. that is a result. Should be roughly the same as the previous. Yeah, couple extra, couple of hundred extra points. So what did we improve? GD1 is the same basically. GD2 is the same. Well, actually, everything's just a little bit higher. Okay, let's just as a sanity check. I'm really surprised that 2300 passed. That's amazing. As a sanity check, let's run our basic preset. Okay, I'm just going to take a little break while this is running. Looks like it's going to pass. What did I miss? It's GT2 time. Okay, lot isn't optimized, but it seems to be scoring quite well. Maybe I just stumbled upon the right lot. Who knows? This is actually my heaven lot, so Here we go. 62.7k. That looks really good. Okay, that beat max. There we go. 61.5. That beat max by quite a bit. Okay, saving that score for sure. I'm a bit surprised, but positively. So we've got 219, 158, and 446. So we're beating him on GD1, 2, or GD1 and 3, but not GD2. So probably some sort of a lot issue, or maybe a rerun thing. All right. Nice. Let's put everything in there, as we usually do. Hold on. GPU-Z is acting up again, but that's fine. That's I. And CPU-Z times 2. Can't believe it's almost October. Okay, GPU-Z, gotta kill you. Are you gonna open up this time? Can't save the score without GPU-Z. Come on. When that happens, it's sometimes worthwhile just starting it in a portable mode. See, that helped. Okay, maybe that GPU-Z is just fucked. So I'm gonna copy over, fresh copy, because that's how I roll. Alright, that's just the multiple instances problem. I don't want to kill the wrong one, but I probably am. Okay. At this point, I just want to get the scourge saved. This is reasonable, isn't it? Put this info in the center. Okay. What do we need? We just need a capture. So that's a 62.7. Ugh. Yeah, that's the one. 62.705. Yeah, where does this put us? We beat max already. Just under Gorod. So what's Gorod doing differently? He's on dice. Probably just a better driver. He's got more on-core. And he's got more GPU core. Probably better better lot as well. So yeah, it's like an 8. Let's just max out the GPU. Let's try 1450. I doubt it'll make a difference, but Sort of sad we're not running 01, but 05 is a good consolation prize. Oof. That's just a little hiccup. Oh, Bilko has a result. And he's not even on stream for me to make fun of him. On the 8350K. Nice. Stock GPU memory. Just what we want. This is a good bench. I like it. I might start running GT2 on its own, just with different logs. CPU is hitting 70 under load. I can't really go lower on the chiller now that I'm down to one chiller. Running both chillers on the same circuit, I don't think that's a good idea. I'd probably blow out the fuse in the extension lead. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to these legends. So, everyone knows who Alibaba is. Everyone knows who Popa is. Everyone knows who 12 is. League, moderator, a long time moderator of HardwareBot. Probably, Knopfler actually has more 2D points than him. Knopfler is kind of a sad story. I think he must still be number one in Norway, but he lost access to LN. I remember him telling me on the forums. Yeah, number one in Norway. He lost access to LN2 a long time ago, so he hasn't been benching. But all-time top 2D bencher in terms of how prolific he is. Obviously, they are bencher who are sort of higher skilled, but just in terms of all the crazy shit he benched, it's insane. I wonder what his top score. 2.9k gold cups. That is utterly insane. So what's his number one? Oh, Core 2 Duo E4400 1M. What kind of BCLK do you need? I don't even know what multi that's locked at. So it's a 10x multi. That's actually a good chip to bench. 960 DDR3 is very strong though. I didn't realize he had a Maximus Extreme. It's an interesting board. Nobody ever really benches it because it gets overshadowed by the Rex. What's his next? And then yeah, he had a lot of Athlon 64. Look at all the Athlon 64 scores. Hey Stuart, if you ever want to figure out what hardware I'm overclocking, just put exclamation point rig in the chat, and then a bot will tell you the hardware. The card I have up at the moment is an Asus Strix 8GB RX 480. Not flashed to 580 yet. Okay, so that's a pass, and I'm benching currently benching 3D Mark 05, which is not in my little rig summary there, but I was having trouble with 3D Mark 2001 earlier, so I decided next best thing is 05. Okay, so that score is basically identical to what I already had. 62.7, hold on, 62.5, so it's slower, but that's okay. I can keep overclocking. Let's just try 1500. Let's do a render test actually. And welcome to the stream, Stuart. Haven't seen you around before, but let me know if you have any questions about anything, about life and the universe, or about this particular rig that I'm overclocking here, or just overclocking in general. I forgot my GPU Z was bugged, but that is okay. No, it's certainly not bugging out the render test. Let's see. There's something weird running here. Nope. Okay. Let's do another full run at 1500. This is really getting up there. But it's running. Let's go full screen for a little while. Why did that just mute? How long have I been muted? So this is the audio interface I currently have. It's sort of getting a little bit long in the tooth. 2 inputs, which is enough for me, but it doesn't officially have Windows 10 drivers. It's just the existing Vista drivers or whatever happen to just work. It's a decent interface, but it's starting to give me blue screens in Windows 10 1903. And what I'm bidding on is one of these things. 4 inputs, which is not really what I need, but the important thing is that I will get wall power, which is always nice. Still USB 2.0, but that's all you really need for audio. Audio doesn't take up much bandwidth. Yeah, this is quite highly regarded. Let me see if I can get a pic of the back. I'm really surprised this has been passing so far. This is kind of insane. Come on, this is a joke. Give me an actual pic. All this stuff I really don't need, but let's watch this run finish. So close. So close. So insanely close. It's alright. We'll go down in 5 megahertz steps, 10 megahertz steps maybe. Let's see. Let's do a 10 megahertz step. applied fine. You jinxed it. Yeah, I did. I did jinx it, didn't I? Okay, let's start following along here, right? By the way, for those of you who noticed that this side went down, it's available again. So Elmore apparently fixed it. Elmore, who used to work for Asus and doesn't anymore. Anyway, really cool guy. So let's follow along. Let's put the end frame in here of every GT, and then we can predict what the score is going to be. And you don't, in this bench it's not so much of a problem, but for example 3D Mark 03 has really high variance in terms of the score, especially for GT1. So once you get a bad score for GT1, you should just escape out of it and rerun. So right now we're at 14,000 frames, which is obviously really crap FPS, but you need to get the end frame, the last frame. We're nearly there. 16.5k, 17k, 17.1, 17.3. I think this is a 1 minute 30 bench or so, or is it like a 150? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Yeah, it's 1 minute 50 something. 22.5k. So that's 225 FPS. If we compare that to Gorod, who are we trying to beat? Oh, that's much better. But didn't he have a better canyons or something? This is a shorter bench, so I'll be ready with my typing fingers. Yeah, I think it's almost done now. So 9.8k. .98 frames per second. That sounds low. Yeah, that sounds really low. Looks like a bugged GT2. We'll have to wait for GT3 to finish, obviously, but looks like it might be bugged. So yeah, I'm getting LN2 next week, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I shall be streaming at least once on cold. Same problem at the same spot. What I'll do is I will run GT1 and 2 only, just to see what the score is like. That was a bad idea. So Delhi is also a bit of a legend. He did a lot of single stage work, and Cascade, and actually he's still active, so I shouldn't be speaking in the past tense. Yeah, come on, load hardware bot. Yeah, so see, single stage, Cascade. I hate how this pages, the way this zooms is just really awkward. Let's go over. So silver for 2600k for 1M, I'm guessing. Oh, W prime 32M. What's biggest gold is Pentium 4 530. Okay, we're just coming up to the end here. I just want to grab the end frame. Oh, anyone see that? No, okay. Next time then. Icky is still active. So we've got retired. That's not bad. 2 out of the top 7 are still active. I'm not sure about Ale Slammer actually. Bull Shooter is still active. Now let's scroll back to where I am. So I'm currently 48th, hot on the heels of Moose and Christian Ney. Should be a really nice achievement to overtake him. Yeah, the end frame is still 9.7k. I don't get it. That calculator must be bugged. Okay, so 217. Yeah, I'm still behind. Okay, let's try to pass Canyon. I should get out of the habit of trying to open GPU Z. I think this bench would react to Encore a little bit better than Heaven, so let's pump that up. 5.2 is probably a bit adventurous, but let's make a new profile. Let's see how it goes. What's the worst that can happen? So yeah, I've passed Orsanino and Chispy and OGS and Derbauer, Veraccio. But who I really want to pass is Ney and Terroraptor and Lumi. Samsa I'm not sure about. He benches quite a lot, so that'll be a tough one. Okay, end frame is coming up. And I missed it because I was looking at condensation on my lines here. GG2 fail. Alright, that was Encore. I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm getting really tired. I might go to the shop and get some food before it closes. Oh, system's still alive at least. But I shall try and fix that 01 issue that I was having. Yeah. So I'm sort of happy that all my tech is working fine. Shops closed a few hours ago. Yes, maybe in Adelaide, but not where I live, which is a slightly more civilized part of the country and the world. But Adelaide is nice in its own ways as well. Yeah, but I'm pleased with this. With the slight improvements in basic and 05. I've certainly learned a few things tonight. But let's leave it at that. Next stream will be LN2. So see you then. And if you feel like subscribe in the next couple of days. There's 3 or 4 more days until the 24th of September, which is the end of September. But otherwise, thanks for listening. Let me know how what you thought of the headphone gag. I don't know if I'll keep it up. I think it's just a little bit too distracting when I'm really benching, really focused. But tonight it was fine. All right. Until next time. Good night.